Hello, and this is Steve Wolf, President and CEO of Indiana Regional Medical Center, and we're really excited to talk about our new Centennial Building project that's going on. Of course, last year in 2014, we celebrated our 100th year in existence, and the community founded our hospital, the community still owns our hospital, and we're just proud to be part of the community. And really, this is a once in a 20, 30, or maybe even 40-year event where you can make such a physical plant expansion to the hospital. And we're really so proud to be able to build a whole new operating room theater, and we'll have 6 new state-of-the-art operating rooms, be robotic ready whenever that date comes for us, and just really all that would be needed for our great surgeons and staff to be able to take care of you and your family. And it really just says in times like these that the community really does own our hospital, and we're proud to be there and serve you. So I hope you enjoy the show.
The Indiana Regional Medical Center unveiled some new equipment for all of the Indiana area to see at the Indiana Mall. The hospital provided food and refreshments for the area as people flocked to the mall to see what new equipment the hospital was adding. In addition to the Indiana area, surgeons and physicians spoke on working at the hospital and living in Indiana.
I'm Andrew Billen. I am a general surgeon. I came to Indiana in 1989 to practice here. I've been here ever since. We live on a small farm about 2 miles from the hospital, and my wife and I and 4 children love Indiana. It's not only a wonderful place to live and raise your family, which I'm sure everyone's heard over and over, but it's a great place to work. It's a great place to be. As a physician, you can really make a difference. Patients really appreciate what you do for them, and it's really an honor to be part of something like that. And it's probably the most important thing that's kept me here in Indiana.
Hi, I'm Leonard Maliver, a urologist at the Indiana Regional Medical Center, and it's just great seeing the community out here. I think we're very lucky to have such a small community and yet have all the modern facilities and all the equipment we need to do some of the most difficult and involved surgeries, and yet be able to stay home and do it. We're just kind of lucky that our hospital didn't get grabbed up, and we're still able to stay home and have our health care taken care of here. Pleasure to be here. Thanks very much.
As IRMC staff and citizens gazed at some of the new equipment, the surgeons that have the lucky chance to use the equipment firsthand spoke on the new machines.
Hi, good morning. My name is Gudeti, one of the surgeons in Indiana Regional Medical Center. I'm here to demonstrate the laparoscopic procedures, how we do. A lot of people, they call it as a laser, but it is actually a laparoscopy. It is also called a minimal invasive surgery. This is a model of an abdominal. This is the patient. Imagine this is the abdomen. What we do is we have small ports. We put like small holes in the abdomen. These are access, not like a traditional open operations where you don't need to give a big incisions or cuts. These will be done with a small openings. So this is called a camera, which makes to visualize inside, which will be displayed in the TV, where you're able to see. These are the candies which we are showing to you. They are just like imagine it's the gallstones or any other objects. And these are all the other instruments which will be used to grasp them. And this is the camera which is able to visualize all part of the inside, so that facilitate for us to do the surgeries. The advantage of this one is very small incisions, very precise pictures, we can able to see it clearly. And the recovery for the patient is dramatic, as he needs a less pain medication, less hospitalization. So it started with the gallbladder operations, but now we have myriads of cases done, gynecology, general surgery, thoracic, vascular, and different procedures were done doing this, using this laparoscope.
Representatives of organizations that help supply the new technology were also on hand for the festivities.
This is Sunny. It is a new germ zapping robot that Indiana Regional Medical Center has on hand. They use it in between patient discharges. So after the patient leaves a room, the device comes in after housekeeping does a thorough cleaning job on the room. It emits ultraviolet light that is 25,000 times brighter than the sunlight is here on the surface of the Earth. It kills off all the remaining pathogens to make it safer for the next patient to come in. The hospital uses it on the patient floors and the operating rooms in order to disinfect and keep the environment safer. The ultraviolet light that's emitted is 25,000 times more intense than sunlight here on the surface of the Earth. It is relatively safe, so if you see it flashing, as long as it's in the patient room, it is perfectly safe for the staff and the patients. And it just takes 5 minutes per cycle to do its job.
According to the American Podiatric Medical Association, the average person will walk 75,000 miles by the age of 50. This is precisely why Dr. Nihar Gaddy, a podiatrist at Indiana Regional Medical Center, stresses the importance of taking proper care of your feet. Dr. Gaddy completed medical school at Temple University in 2011 and his residency at Geisinger Medical Center in Scranton, Pennsylvania. He returned to his hometown, Indiana, PA, in 2014, where he works with Dr. Nickelbein to serve the people in his local community.
A lot of people, I guess, have, you know, in residency, when they leave and they go to different parts that they don't really know anybody, it's difficult to get acquainted with the community. But I'm already acquainted with the community, and the best part about that is you know, people already trust me. Being around people that I grew up with, it's nice working. One of my partners is Dr. Nickelbein, so I went to high school with his daughter, and a lot of the other physicians in the area I went to high school with their kids. So it's easy to build a relationship with people you already know, and it's just been a lot of fun working with the people that I know and having all that support. And I think that's the best part about it, because you just get to see the people that you love every single day anyways. You know, we see a lot of diabetic patients, so we get to work a lot with the older population and ensure that they don't form ulcerations. We get a lot of flat foot, so people who have collapsed arches is a big one, and a lot of ankle pain. So we get a lot of, what we're trying to do now is do ankle joint replacements. So that's a big thing, and we also do multiple joint replacements in the foot to help get rid of arthritis and get people back to moving and athletic and doing their activities. Well, when I went to residency, I specialized in reconstructive foot and ankle surgery. So there was a niche here for some of that, and I think I have a lot of that. For instance, like Charcot recon surgery is one thing I do a lot of. And I'd say the biggest complaint, though, would be plantar fasciitis and bunion pain. The best part of my job is operating. I think I like to be in the OR. I like to, you know, as weird as it sounds, fix people and you know, make incisions, correct people's deformities, those types of things. So I'm a big person on health. I think you know, exercising regularly 3 to 4 times a week can prevent you from gaining weight, which can prevent your knees and ankles and feet from hurting, and further prevent any other breakdown. I think by eating unhealthy, people start to develop diabetes. Diabetes is becoming an epidemic, so by controlling our diet and really watching what we do and what we eat, everything else will start to fall into place. You'll want to start working out. You'll want to lose weight. People go to the doctor when they're sick. You should go to the doctor when you're healthy, because when you get sick, it's easier to treat you. We have a lot of things in place now in the hospital where we can become a well-rounded circle. So if somebody comes to see me, I immediately do a full exam, you know, problem focused to the lower extremities, and if their pulses are weak, we order vascular tests. If their vascular tests come back not so great, we send them to a vascular surgeon who then, you know, will take care of that issue. So it's a big circle that we're trying to create and get into preventative medicine.
With a love for operating equaled by his love for the community he grew up in, Dr. Gaddy happily makes it his mission to serve as a podiatrist at Indiana Regional Medical Center.
Regional Manager of First Commonwealth Bank, Megan White, hosted the Women First Breakfast Series. This event is targeted towards female business owners and women in the top ranks of their company.
Good day, my name is Megan White and I am the Regional Manager of First Commonwealth Bank in Indiana County and Westmoreland County markets. And today we actually have a venue called our Women First Breakfast Series, and we have women who are women business owners, women who are executives in leadership positions in companies, as well as women community leaders. And what we like to do with this initiative is bring people together so that we collaborate with each other and we learn about each other in our businesses, and also learn about topics that might help us with each other or with our businesses. So this is our first series. It started in April. We have one in May, as well as June and September of this year. So we're really looking forward to a very successful event.
April's Breakfast Series topic was on healthcare. White explained how the conversation of healthcare could be a white elephant in the room. It's an important and sometimes tough decision for businesses to make. Sandy Luckner, the Director of Finance for Indiana Regional Medical Center and panel member for the Breakfast Series, spoke to the guests about healthcare, the challenges with expenses and revenue, and some fun facts about the IRMC facility. The Women First Breakfast Series will continue throughout the year. For more information, call 1-800-711-BANK.
Have you ever had a problem with your bones, joints, muscles, tendons, or ligaments? If you have, then you probably went to get help from a doctor. More specifically, you probably went to see an orthopedist. Orthopedists work in the field of medicine called orthopedics, which deals with healing musculoskeletal injuries. They spend much of their time doing surgeries to repair and replace joints. It's not easy to become an orthopedist. These doctors need a bachelor's degree, 4 years of medical school, and then 5 more years of specialized training. But the end result is a professional who is extremely qualified and knowledgeable about specific medical issues. Many of them specialize in one particular area, like the spine, hip, foot, or hand. Indiana Regional Medical Center has an excellent group of orthopedists. They are located in the newly constructed Human Motion Institute. The Human Motion Institute has one primary concern: getting patients back to normal as safely and quickly as possible. They prevent, assess, treat, and rehabilitate injuries that affect your feet, ankles, hands, or upper extremities. The Human Motion Institute also does joint replacement and reconstruction, rehabilitation, spine care, and sports medicine. 80% of Americans experience foot or ankle pain during their lives. Foot injuries limit your mobility and can drastically disrupt your daily schedule. With 26 bones and numerous joints and muscles, the foot is a complicated structure that requires special knowledge to treat. Fortunately, Indiana's 8-foot and ankle physicians have the orthopedic knowledge necessary to get you back on your feet. The Human Motion Institute does everything possible to ensure that you don't require surgery. However, if surgery does become necessary, their team of talented surgeons is qualified to perform sports-related injuries of the foot and ankle, complex fracture care, custom casting and splinting, reconstructive surgery related to trauma, manufacturing and fitting of custom braces and orthotics, reconstructive surgery related to arthritis or deformity. The Human Motion Institute doesn't just treat feet, though. The bones and muscles of your upper extremities, or arms and hands, can get injured as well. If you do get injured in this area, the Human Motion Institute will help you through rehabilitation, treatment, and if necessary, surgery. Today's sports participation is higher than it has ever been. That means that sports injuries are high as well. One injury that is particularly dangerous is the concussion. When the human head is impacted particularly hard, normal brain function can be disrupted. Concussions have long-lasting health impacts and are potentially deadly. Fortunately, the Human Motion Institute is well positioned to provide high-quality care and get you back on the playing field or wherever your rigorous lifestyle takes you. The Institute has partnered with the Indiana University of Pennsylvania and a number of high schools throughout Indiana County to provide a high-quality program designed to help high school athletes avoid being permanently hurt by concussions. If you are having pain in your bones, joints, or muscles, get in touch with the Human Motion Institute and get ready to get better.
Each month, we will be highlighting someone who was born at IRMC and letting you know what they are up to now that they are all grown up. This month's IRMC Baby is Dr. Lindsay Penzick, OBGYN. She actually delivers babies in the same room she was born in. Welcome to IRMC, Lindsay.
Well, thank you so much for joining us with our episode of IRMC Today TV show. Once again, thank you to IUP TV for making this a reality, and we look forward to joining us for our next show.